Hey, I've gotten a lot of requests to show this undefeated Chirrut list, so I'm going to do that right now for you guys. This is Corndog with the Bantha crew, and I piloted Chirrut this week with an undefeated record, won some sweet prize packs, got a Darth Vader, and it was awesome. So first up, I run the 30 base. I think it's better than Tarkentown in this list. You can try out Tarkentown if you like. The 5 extra health really helps me. So first up, we've got 3 Sabine Wren. This card's just great. You want to have a good split of an early space or a ground unit. This doesn't run a lot of 2s in it, actually, but I also run the Green Squadron A-Wing just to have another turn 2 play. This card's fantastic. It attacks for 3. If they play one first, you don't really want to play one in the arena or they'll just take it out, so be wary of that. Restored Arc. I really like this card. The restore on it can really save you some life, no pun intended, in the late game. So I like this card a lot, and at 2, it's very well costed. Then we've got a 3 of Fleet Lieutenant. You're running the Rebel package, pretty self-explanatory. And then next up, we're also going to be running the 3 Wing Leader, which is, you know, pretty standard for Rebels. Some people play 3. Some people play 2, but since you're running Chirrut, he is a Rebel, so he gets the bonus from that as well, so you want to be maxed out. Next up, Fighters for Freedom. Not a lot of Chirrut lists running this, and I can see why. It's mostly a blue deck mid-range. This is a much more aggro deck, so this card is one of the best 3-drops in the game, in my opinion. It just does so much damage. Then we've got 3 red 3. The only liability in this card is it's only got 3 health. If this was a 1/4, I think it would be even better, but with the same effect. But I mean, it is what it is. It's a fantastic card, must 3. 2 Yoda. I actually don't like this card. At least an aggro. Mid-range, it's all right. You get the force ability. The restore is nice. You get to draw a card, always nice. I'm just not a big fan of that card. Then next up, I do a 2-2 split of the Ground Sentinels. You don't see a lot of Cloud City Wing Guard, but in Chirrut, having the 4 health and a Sentinel is very nice. You can protect the ground or the space arena, and with Chirrut's ability, it's hard to pass that up because you can, you know, tap Chirrut and actually give +2. A lot of times you're not using the Chirrut ability because you want to save actions, but with this, it can eat up a lot of attacks from an aggro deck. So next up, we've got 3 Canaans. This card's fantastic. I know I say fantastic a lot, but this card is really good. It heals you. It's a 4/5 for a 4. Great stats, great card all around. 3 K2SOs. I mean, one of the best red cards in the game. The Overwhelm, you can pump them with this deck. The 3 damage, everything about this card is what you want in a red aggro deck. I run 2 General Dodonna. This card really comes in clutch, especially in a Chirrut build. Some people don't run them, but if on your Chirrut flip turn, you play him, and then Chirrut's a 4/7. So that's really important because a takedown can really stall this deck because it takes out Chirrut immediately, but with the Donna out, that saves it. And Force Throw, I mean, this is the best Force Throw deck. Some situations came up where I Force Threw and they had to get rid of Boba's Starship, Starfighter, whatever it's called now, I don't even know, and take out Boba Fett. This card's great. It's great at controlling the other person's hand, how many cards they have. 3 for a cause I believe in. You don't see this in a lot of Chirrut decks, but this deck is wanting to push for damage, and it can do so because it has the restore benefits, and it also has a 30 count base, so being able to play that, not a lot of people are expecting it. The Force is With Me is a fantastic card. It's a card you want to be playing on your Chirrut flip turn, and you don't even have to do that because you can play it on your other units and just pump them up as well. Give you a little extra cheeky damage to get to the finish line. Then I run a 3 of Jedi Lightsaber. Not much to say about this card. It's really good. I don't run Luke's Lightsaber. This is the only upgrade I play. You mostly want to just play this on Chirrut because you don't want a Power of the Dark Side to just make you go home crying, essentially. A 3 of Luke Skywalker. Obviously, I got one of them in a Protector. I don't run this one. I recently traded a Luke away, so I've got to find another one, but he's wonderful. There's a card in my sideboard I'm contemplating just swapping out for Luke, and I'll explain that a little bit in a second. But first up, we've got 2 Spec 4 Soldier. This is the sideboard now. So this is just, helps get rid of Sentinel. It's also a Rebel, so it can be boosted by your other things that you have. Disabling Fang Fighter. This card's really good. Traitorous can really hurt you, but if you play this after they play a Traitorous, you are so up ahead on cards. So I really like that card as a sideboard option. Here's the card that I might replace with Luke, Gorilla Attack Pod. If you don't own Luke's, then just put in Gorilla Attack Pod and you're having, this might be better in an aggro build, but Luke is just so good. He's the scariest legendary in the game, in my opinion. Make an opening. Yeah, this can take out a lot of the Boba units that are shielded, the space and the ground side. It also heals 2 damage. A lot of Sabine decks don't run 2 toughness things, but it is what it is. Chirrut, I played with him. I think he's awesome. I think you should give him a try. Playing against Control, just make sure you have another unit on the field when you deploy him. That way Power of the Dark Side doesn't ruin your day. Yeah, check out Bantha Crew and subscribe.